If your engine feels sluggish, is hard to start, or barely wants to idle, and you see a P0025 code, your engine timing has basically drifted off script. This code is defined as B camshaft position timing over retarded bank 2. It sounds complicated, but think of it like an orchestra, where one section is playing just a beat slower than everyone else. This code applies to most OBD2 vehicles, from Toyota to Audi. We are talking about the variable valve timing, or VCT system again. This system uses oil pressure to physically rotate the camshaft slightly, changing when the valves open and close to give you better performance. The code tells us that on bank 2, that is the side of the engine that does not have cylinder number 1, the B camshaft, which is usually the exhaust side, is stuck in a retarded position. In engine terms, retarded means the valves are opening later than they should. When the computer commands the timing to advance and it stays retarded, it sets this code. The symptoms are pretty noticeable. Aside from the check engine light, you might have a really rough idle. The car might stall at stoplights, or it just won't have the power you were used to. The most common cause for this is actually very simple: dirty oil. Since the system uses oil pressure to move the phasers, sludge or low oil levels can cause the control solenoid to stick. If the solenoid gets stuck open or closed, the oil flow is constant and the timing gets locked in the wrong position. Other causes could be a failed solenoid itself, electrical wiring issues, or in worse cases, mechanical failure of the phaser unit inside the engine. Your first step in solving this should always be checking your oil level and condition. If the oil looks like chocolate syrup, an oil change might actually fix this. If the oil is good, you need to focus on the VCT solenoid valve on bank 2. You can usually remove these fairly easily. Inspect the little screens on the solenoid for metal shavings or sludge. You can also test the solenoid with a battery to see if it clicks and moves freely. If it is stuck or sluggish, replacing that solenoid is usually the fix. It is much cheaper and easier than digging into the timing chain, so always start with the solenoid and the wiring before you assume the worst about your engine internals. Dealer technicians have fancy scan tools to command these valves on and off, but you can do a lot of the diagnosis just by looking for contamination and verifying the part works.